Hello and happy holidays if you celebrate them. Welcome back to Draw Cartoons. It's time for another Draw Cartoons Discord art showcase, and that means it's time to show off the drawings that you guys have done in the Discord. Buckle up, hit that like button, and hit that subscribe button as well if you haven't already to catch all of my future videos. Alright, let's get into it. First up we have this one by JD, who's leaning quite hard into practicing their Sonic. I have to say it's really working out. They're getting a great grasp of light and shadow in the kind of cel-shaded style, you know, when it's kind of sharp at the edges. There's not much blending between light and dark, but that's a really cool technique. It comes out very cartoony, and you do see it in a lot of animations. I love the dynamic pose, and the choice of colors here is just superb. It looks to me like you've actually chosen the perfect color for each part of him. It's wonderful to see this sort of progress. Next up is that SavvyPerson with this very expressive cat character. The shadows on the hoodie are very nice, and the green light is very bright and effective, although it doesn't quite cover all the parts of the character that it probably should. The other leg would have just a bit on the left there, but otherwise it's quite a nice effect. I like the expression and the very angular sunglasses, and their overall stout appearance. Something for you to keep an eye out for is to make sure that the arms are more or less the same length. The arm that's currently gesturing, if it were relaxed, would be quite a bit longer than the other one, but that's such an easy mistake to make. Keep it up! Next up is an inkling by this ABucket, and while it's only a sketch, I really love the pose. They've got this kind of lopsided stance, which is something you see in the game itself quite a lot. They also happen to be holding, I think probably my least favorite weapon to come up against in the game. Hands are very, very hard, but you've executed that grasp over the handle of the weapon really, really well. And I like the menacing look. This one deserves a splash of color and some ink if you find time. Professor Dunce. I hate calling you that. It seems so mean, but that is the name you've chosen on Discord, so really, what choice do I have? Anyway, I love how creative you got with the hair here. It's crazy. It looks like a sort of bird has made their home on their head, but I actually love that about it. It's very unique. It's certainly very anime inspired. The proportions are really good. You've got like this small torso with arms that are just about the right length. The legs are pretty even, and you've even done some really softly blended shading on the hair and on the left side of the body. It's really nice. This is a really tidy sketch. Vengeance has given us this very dramatic picture of Daredevil. This is the all new, all different suit. It's very dark, it's very edgy looking, but I have to say you've really done it justice. I love the details on the costume. The stance and the pose and the anatomy are just fantastic. That face is terrifying. And the deep red background is really punchy. There's something very serious about it, very ominous and foreboding. It's a good choice. I wouldn't usually suggest the color of the background to be a color that the character has, but in this case, it actually really works. Koboom has brought us this very expressive piece. I love the petite anatomy of the character. This is from the DJX mod from Friday Night Funkin', and I love the details, I love the line thickness, I love the sharpness and subtleness of the shadows, the light on the microphone, the expressiveness in the eyes, the shape of the hand, everything here just looks fantastic. Jose is back, and I wanted to include this one because of the line of action of the character. That is, if you were to trace your finger down the character's body shape from the very top of their head to the very bottom of their feet, you'll see this kind of an open bracket shape. That's quite an advanced technique in posing characters, and it usually gives you a pretty dynamic and interesting position. Again, there's some really nice cel shading on this. I think the hand on the right is leaning. I'm not entirely sure. The shadow is throwing me a little bit off on that, but I love the design and the coherent color choices, the expression and the outfit. This is really cool. Great work as always, Jose. Several things about this piece from Anhoy really caught my eye. There's a lot of motion here, and the expression is very intense. Classically cartoony, this is exactly what I like to see in cartoons. There's little details as well that are very easy to overlook, but if you spot them, they're all the easier to appreciate. The lines around the face help to signal effort, as well as the spit coming from the mouth. There's lots of lines of motion here, even the cord heading towards I think it's a microphone or perhaps a shower head. Even that's got a lot of motion in it. It looks like it's being pulled around by the character. Interestingly, you've also chosen just a plain yellow background for this rather than a white one, which gives it some sort of charm as if it's been scribbled on a sticky note or something. Great as always. Now, looking at this one by Ajman made me feel immediately very nostalgic. When I was growing up, these were the two main video game characters that everyone had heard of. And somehow the lighter blue that you put on Sonic does make me think that you have intentionally tried to make it look like that older kind of 90s Sonic. Maybe showing my age a bit there, but that was when Sonic games were better. Anyway, I love the motion in this piece, especially the jumping Mario picture. Even the slant on Sonic's pose as he's pointing is delightful to look at. There's a few things here to be careful with the anatomy about. I mean, the picture of Sonic running with his arm up, the arm is a bit misplaced. It should be coming from his torso, but it's kind of behind his head. But there's some great looking hands in this piece, and pretty consistent anatomy. Keep going. Finally, we have a bit of a departure from cartoons as such by Seco. The shading in this one is just outstanding, and I love the perspective and the anatomy. The foreshortening on the arms, which is when arms look like, or not just arms, but anything looks shorter because it's coming towards you or it's coming away from you. It's actually a very, very advanced artistic technique, and it's very hard to draw. But they've nailed it in this piece. The facial expression is just very soothing and relaxed. The outfit is excellent. I mean, the creases and the clothes are just really catching my eye here. Seco, this is yet another wonderful piece. I can't wait to see more. And that's going to be it from me for this year. Next time you guys hear anything from me, it's going to be in 2023. So happy holidays, have a great new year, and I will see you then. But now, if you haven't already joined the Discord, there is a link for that in the description for this video down below. You can submit your drawings in the art section, and I might show them in my next video. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button, and also subscribe to the channel, because that really does help me quite a lot more than you might think it does. Alright, with that, I will see you next year.